Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
And the Westview Warriors go to 25-3 on the year. Troy Neely wins his second state championship.
Hostetler.
Oh, tough move by Scott Hostetler. Bounce pass to Rensberger. And he puts it in off the glass. Now he'll pump it up from the left side and hit.
Looking to grab. That's trouble when you find Yoder that wide open.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to another exciting evening of Westview Warrior basketball on LaguanaMedia.com. This is Jerry Hostetler alongside Jamie Miller from Warsaw High School, where Coach Doug Ogle's 5-3 Warsaw Tigers will play host to Coach Rob Yoder's 8-0 Westview Warriors. Warsaw is coming off a 51-40 win on Wednesday at Whitco, and the Warriors won on their 8th in a row in the season with a victory last night at Lakeland. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following business sponsors: the Blue Gate Restaurant in Shipshewana, also by Mike's Automotive Service in Topeka, by Fruit May Funeral Home in LaGrange, and Height Auto Body, and they're in LaGrange as well. Topeka Do It Best Hardware Store, also Topeka Pharmacy, and Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, by Weaver Furniture in Shipshewana, and Jerry Standard in Middlebury. The Hometown Treasure, by Yoder Insurance Company in Shipshewana, by Quality Floor in Topeka, also by Frontline Auto Tech in Shipshewana, and Yoder's Shipshewana Hardware, as well as Troyer Saddlery in Shipshewana. And our halftime trivia contest is brought to you by Shipshe Pizza. Our individual sponsors are Dan and Dawn Byler, John and Leslie Cook, Tim and Donna Height, Jerry and Fran Hostetler, Josiah and Candace Parker, Jim and Liz Stump, Tim and Kim Taylor, and Roger and Esther Winger. And Jamie will be back to talk to head coach Rob Yoder of Westview right after this 30-second timeout. No.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
This is Jamie with Laguana, talking to Coach Rob Yoder before the Warsaw game. And, Coach, you had a game less than 24 hours ago last night in a rivalry game. Talk about the Lakeland game a little bit and what you liked about it.
I thought that Lakeland game was a good win, obviously, for us to go on the road. And Lakeland played with really good energy and had a game plan and performed it well. So we're fortunate to win and make plays and get out of there. I thought our kids played hard, first of all. I think that They wanted to play well, and they are focused. They played hard. We did a good job of rebounding the ball. We out-rebounded them around, now I don't remember, but 44 to 22 or 44 to 24 or something in that range. So rebounding, offensive rebounding was tremendous. Our scoring was really balanced. We scored the ball well from a lot of different areas, from a lot of different people. And I thought that we just did a lot of good things. First half, maybe one thing we did well was adjust, because when Lakeland played box and won, and I didn't think we handled that as well as we have been. And it's been a little bit since we've seen it, but we didn't handle it tremendously well in the first half, and I thought we really adjusted, and Elijah drove it inside. Nick took big, real good advantage of the post in the second half. Josh played well against it both halves, and I just saw even Dennis drove it hard, missed a couple shots maybe he should have hit, but we adjusted well, and I thought we functioned much better against that in the second half. And like I said, it's kind of unique, and we don't see it all the time, but the adjustment part was probably a big key of last night as well.
So now you turn your attention to Warsaw and a quick turnaround, a team we don't play a whole lot. This is the second game of a 2-year series. And so what do we need to look for from them as far as who we need to stop tonight? And as far as their offense, what do they like to do?
Well, they have a big kid in the middle, 6'8", that's a Gert, that is obviously, when you have size like that, he's going to be a focus to keep the ball off the post. I think Nick might give up a couple inches, but makes up for it in weight and strength. And so Nick has an advantage there to kind of help encourage him to get off the block, hopefully, and not post too low. They have tremendous guard play with guys that drive it well and shoot it well. So just anybody that plays is willing to drive that ball to the rim, and they're willing to shoot it, which obviously puts pressure on our defense to play well at a lot of spots. And so we are going to have to be really sharp and really fast on defense, which means we're going to have to be really focused. And like you said, we're coming on 24. Our energy and focus is probably the number one thing that we're looking at tonight to get ready to play.
Well, tonight starts the
Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment.
And we're back at Warsaw High School with our keys to the game tonight. And I think 2 on defense and 1 on offense. We need to see ahead against them and how many extra possessions it gave us. Even though we didn't play that well, we got a lot of that'll be important tonight. Warsaw's, they're going to crash the offensive boards, and so we've got to rebound on each end, and that's, as we all know, it's energy. So those are 3 of the keys that we need to focus on to be successful.
Just challenge that the Warriors have.
And it's not full by half full, maybe. The history you see with all the flags hanging around, and I believe they went to the Final Four in 2016. They were 25-2 that year, lost in semi-state to McCutcheon. So that's pretty recent history. And the most recent time we've played here was 06, I believe. In the semi-state when we played Fort Wayne Lures here, and didn't come out on top, but Lures went on to win the state championship that year. So kind of like last year when we lost in semi-state to Oak Hill when they went on to win it. So
I'm trying to think who the left-handed shooter, did he end up going to Purdue? I can't think of his name.
Deshaun Thomas.
There you go.
And he went to Ohio State.
That's where it was.
And I think he bounced around the NBA for a little bit as well. I'm not sure what happened from there, or if he's still playing professionally somewhere or not. But that was a loaded team, and that was the year that we had our best offensive team to date under Coach Yoder. We averaged about 65 points a game, and we scored that game. We just didn't score quite enough because the other Lures, they had 3 or 4 players, I believe, that went on and played at high-level colleges. So
that was a tough team.
Yeah, it really was. And they could have probably competed with anybody in the state physically.
Exactly.
So
you had alluded to the similar records of the 2 coaches, and Coach Ogle comes in with 252 wins, and Rob Yoder has 264. So both, I guess Rob's in his 16th year at Westview, and Doug Ogle is in his 17th year at the helm of the Warsaw Tigers.
And they don't play a lot of cupcakes. They play in the NLC, and which is not as strong as it used to be. But on the other hand, they got more players to choose from. As we see, they on their JV today, they think they had 10 sophomores, which is, it's not usual to see that, at least in the teams we play. So the JV game, speaking of which, was won by Warsaw. And I lost my score sheet that Dan so judiciously kept for me. I'm not sure where it went. It was 47-46 was the final on that. Ben Burkett led us with 23, and Drew Miller had 6. Lyndon Miller had 8, and then we had a couple other people throw in a few baskets. So I can't believe I lost it, but I'm sure it'll show up in. Luke had 5. And Dan is telling me Luke had 5. Caleb Corey had 2. And it was a tough game. We led that probably 75% of the game at least. And we had a 7-point lead with about 2.5 minutes to go, and just a couple balls didn't go our way, and they went on a little run, and we had our chances, but turnovers will do you in, and they did.
That was one of the best games I think the JV's played this year, though.
Yeah, against the quality team.
Right.
I think that's the best JV team we've played as well. So it's unfortunate we lost to Northridge by 2, Angola by just a couple points, and now Warsaw by 1.
Right.
And so,
So we've lost 4 games now?
3.
Yeah, this was our 3rd loss.
And so you'd like to beat a good team, but this didn't happen tonight. So we'll try to make up for it in this game.
Both teams have returned to their benches now, and we'll get set for the national anthem, and then, of course, the introduction of the starting lineups for this ball game. Maybe we'll take a short break here, and then we'll come back with our national anthem. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail, so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
And now our national anthem. Just about set for basketball here at Warsaw High School. As they call it the Tiger Den, and it's sponsored by the TCU, or it's called the TCU Court, I guess.
Always good to have a sponsor.
Teachers Credit Union.
I know some schools have gone to that where they'll accept sponsorships for the scoreboards or whatever.
Right. Dennis Wingard is the first out for Westview. 5'11" senior guard, averaging 3.6 points per game, followed by Charlie Yoder and Elijah Hales. Josh Hostetler, leading scorer, leading rebounder for the team last night at Lakeland. And, of course, the big senior, 6'5", Nick Rensberger, had a good game last night as well with 16 points. And he upped his average to just under 13 points a game. And now, as we've seen in a lot of high schools this year, they've turned off the lights, and as you can see, and they'll be introducing the home team here, the Warsaw Tigers.
Did you pull out your flashlight?
Yeah, I'm cheating.
Well, this has been a great experience so far here. They're very well organized, very friendly and hospitable, and it's just a top-notch facility.
They even have a sports information director. That's pretty unusual for a high school. And Nolan Groniger, a 6-foot senior, number 3. He'll be at one guard. Another guard will be Blake Marsh, a 5'11 junior, wearing number 4. And a third guard will be Wyatt Amos, a 5'11 junior. .6'8 senior Tyler Messinger will wears number 35. He'll be in center. And was it Rumpel, the other guy?
Yes.
Trevor Rumpel, a 6-foot senior, wearing number 15.
From the scouting report we have, number 41 and number 15 are their most accurate three-point shooters.
And they're shooting 44% from three-point land this year.
The team is?
Yes. So it's a little bit above us at 39%.
Yeah, 44 as a team is outstanding.
It is. But I don't know. Maybe they don't launch as many as we do. I'm not sure.
I would say they're probably pretty judicious about it.
Tip is controlled by the Warriors. Josh Ostetler. Rensberger now to Wingard. Back out front to Rensberger. Now he'll cut toward the basket, but comes back up to the top. Charlie Yoder with it. Gets it to Hales, and now gets back into the hands of Charlie Yoder to Rensberger. He'll hand it off to Charlie. Bounce pass inside. Josh makes his way in there and puts it up off the glass and good.
They're really keen on Charlie. They got Reese on him right now. Looks like they're playing him straight up, so we'll see how long that lasts.
With the ball out front, that's Groniger. I'll get it to Jalen Reese, a 6'4 senior. On the baseline, right side, Marsh hits it. All tied up at a deuce. Josh gets it inside to Hales. Good move on the baseline. Up off the glass, and it goes.
Well, we're 2 for 2 on layups, but I think in general, good shots are going to be a little bit harder to come by tonight than they were last night.
That would be a safe prediction. Marsh gets it to Reese, and then inside shot's no good. Rebound comes down to Hales. Elijah stops up, goes left side to Charlie. He's guarded by Jalen Reese. Hales, quick pass inside to Dennis. He'll put it up, have it blocked away. Gets the loose ball and whips it out to Hales, now to Charlie. Yoder picks up his dribble and gives off to Rensberger, now to Wingard. Back to Yoder up top.
I think we're going to go for a set play here. 41, Reese is really doing a good job on Charlie. He's keeping his hand above the ball on his left side, which is where Charlie likes to shoot from.
Now Hales is going to commit the offensive foul. He lowered his shoulder a bit, and the referee picked it up. That'll be his first. 4-2 Westview. Warsaw a chance to tie or take the lead.
Not sure if the coach was more upset over the offensive foul or if we didn't run the play right that time. I could.
He was upset. That's one thing that you know.
But we got it back.
That's right. Good steal. Charlie with it. Drives toward the baseline and picks up the dribble. Yeah, that Reese is playing on him like glue. Hales out front to Wingard. Now to Josh. He'll pop it inside the arc. No good. Pulled off the glass there by Wyatt Amos. With the ball is Groniger. They go up top now to Marsh. Back to Groniger on the left side. Drives it into the lane. The shot from 10 is good.
Yeah, that was a simple pick and roll there at the top, but we didn't show very good on that. And
overthrow on the pass intended for Josh Hostetler underneath. Off his fingertips and out of bounds. Just about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Sometimes the complementary players on a team are the key on these back-to-backs. How are they going to play? You know, they played really well last night. Like Josh had, 19 points and 14 rebounds. And what does he do tonight against a better defensive team that's going to try to take away Charlie for most of the night?
Well, he scored the first 2 points for us. Marsh backs it out front. He'll go right side on the pass to Groniger. Or a miss, Amos. Out of Marsh. Pass to Reese. Reese down on the baseline. The pass will come to Groniger. He'll battle his way in, has it blocked, and then he's fouled as he gets his own rebound and on the putback he was fouled.
No, good defense that time. Just sometimes the ball bounces a different direction than what you're ready for.
First foul on Dennis Wingard. Tied up 4-4. And Groniger unties it with a successful first free throw. He'll get one more. 4:13 to go in the first quarter.
Did they give you how many points he's averaging this year?
No, I don't have that. Second shot by Groniger is good. I think he was a leading scorer in their last game. I'm pretty sure that's what it said on their press release, but it didn't give any averages. Long three by Charlie's off the mark, but a good offensive rebound by Rensberger, and now Hales will put it up. A little bit off the mark, and the rebound's pulled out of there by Tyler Metzinger. And Groniger loses it off his shin and out of bounds. Turnover on Warsaw. Dennis Wingard will bring it in bounds.
I think we have an advantage in there with Nick and his body. We need to try to throw it in there. The only time he's touched it close to the basket was on that offensive rebound.
Metzinger's listed at 6'8". But, yeah, I think they could get it in there. There's Nick right there. Good move, but Annie's fouled. Oh, they're going to call him for traveling.
Yeah, I think he took an extra slide step there. Well, we're finding out Warsaw's no slouch on defense, and so we're going to have to cut harder, screen better, and looks like we're going to try to speed them up a little bit here. So
3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball stolen away. Hales inside. Charlie feeds Dennis. Good play.
1-2-2 press here where
Warsaw breaks it on the pass to Amos, and stolen away by Hales. Has it knocked away on the attempted shot by Nolan Groniger.
Wow, that was a great block. Elijah did everything he could to protect the ball that time.
I can't believe he avoided contact.
I can't either.
Man. Jalen Kuhn comes in, a 6'4" junior, and Trevor Rumpel also comes into the ball game for Warsaw.
Interesting that he takes his lead ball handler out against our 1-2-2.
We'll see.
But he's had 2 straight turnovers, so I guess
that's true.
Maybe he doesn't handle pressure well.
Well, he's one of the guys getting an earful, Groniger.
Charlie's got a little bit shorter guy on him right now, and Reese is on Nick. So I would see if we could post Charlie up. Oh, great cut by Dennis.
Good recognition by Nick Rensberger. Dennis has 4. 8-6 now. Westview up by 2. 2:42 to go in the first quarter. With the basketball is Warsaw's Trevor Rumpel. He'll get it down to Reese. Now over to Marsh. Marsh. Inside pass comes to Metzinger. And now to Rumpel. Bounce pass down in the corner to Metzinger. He gets it out of trouble out front. Long three in here is going to be short by Kuhn, and Dennis Wingard comes up with a long rebound. Hales, top of the circle. He'll pop it from there, and it's going to be short. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Warsaw basketball.
I don't think Coach liked that shot very much.
No.
Well, it's one thing to shoot it off the break if you'd hit a couple in a row. He hasn't. So I think he just wants to see us go to the basket and get started that way.
Groniger will Well, I guess he's back into the ball game now. He'll be receiving the inbound pass from Reese. Charlie Yoder's down there in the 1-2-2 press for Westview. Looks like we have a little, yeah.
We had a blowout over the whistle?
Apparently.
I can think of many things to say right now about that, but.
Groniger. Go ahead. If you want to add to that,
no,
or
I
maybe
think
I
I
should
should just stop, yeah.
Rumpel. Oh, good block by Charlie, but it's right into the hands of Rumpel. He can't get the shot to go, and the rebound is pulled down by Hales. He'll come up in a hurry. Stops up, gives off to Wingert. Dennis will pull it back out front. Top of the circle to Rensberger. Down low to Charlie. Charlie loses the handle, and it's stolen away by Trevor Rumpel. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Westview up by 2. With the ball is Reese. He'll go to Groniger. Inside pass comes to Metzinger. 3 is in the air and good by Jalen Reese.
Yeah, that's the guy we can't let shoot. 41 and 15 are their most accurate three-point shooters.
Rensberger gets it back out to Hales. Right side to Josh. The lob into Rensberger, has it slapped out of his hands. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay in the hands of Westview. Jordan Schrock coming in for the first time tonight. Dennis will get a rest. Drew Litweiler coming in also as Josh Hostetler comes to the bench.
Well, I think we're scuffling a little bit on offense right now, but give Warsaw credit. They're not giving us anything easy.
Keegan Larsh has checked in for Warsaw. He's a 6'2 junior rather. Jordan Schrock, Hales, right side of Charlie. Now to Hales. He'll feed inside. Good job, good pass, and good shot by Rensberger, his first 2 tonight.
Good agility that time by Nick.
Cross-court pass from Larsh to Groniger, and he drives and puts it up and in.
If they're starting to figure that 1-2-2 out a little bit. Of course, we took a couple of seniors out and put a couple sophomores in there. Maybe that has something to do with it, too.
There have been 5 lead changes in this first quarter, according to Dan.
I would look for maybe Elijah to go one-on-one here.
Litweiler. Charlie will pop a 3 with 2 seconds, and he got it.
Or we'll throw it to Charlie for a 3. One of the.
So 8 minutes in the book here at Warsaw High School, and Westview takes the lead with just 2 seconds left in the first quarter. So they'll take a 2-point lead going into the second quarter right after this timeout.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
And we're back at Warsaw High School. Kind of a slim crowd, as you mentioned, Jamie, but it's Christmas season, and I know a lot of people are having their...
I've talked to at least 3 people that are having Christmas dinners tonight, so I think it's a pretty good crowd. I think we've met some people, or I've met some people that, might be their only game of the year they can make it to because they're up from out of state or something like that. Dennis Miller, a former Westview player back in the mid-'80s.
Weiler pulls down the rebound for Westview. Chance to lengthen our lead here. Yoder to Rensberger. Hands it off to Charlie.
Well, Charlie's been real patient the last couple of nights with his shot selection.
Long 3 by Charlie.
And he was almost being hugged by a cheerleader there when he hit that one.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
It was way out there.
It looks like they had a marking down there for the college 3, and I think he was
he was
beyond
behind.
that. Yep.
Is that the college 3?
I don't know why they would have the floor
Actually,
mark,
that's like the old NBA 3, I believe.
Yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it?
Well, our three-pointer is 19-9 at the top, not on the sides. And then That's what, 3-4 feet past that?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they have that down here.
Thin
marked
line
on the floor.
Maybe
Unless they
that's where
get the mad ants up here or something.
Well, that could be. Maybe they practice from there.
Could be. Short timeout called. I think that was Warsaw. I mean, that's a good educated guess. When there's a timeout call, it's not Westview that calls it.
That's a very good point.
Groninger brings it up for Warsaw after the timeout. Westview leads it by 5, 16-11. 2 threes by Charlie. Shot inside will go for the big guy Metzinger, his first 2 tonight.
Nick doesn't seem to get that call very much, probably because he outweighs the guy by 40 pounds.
Nick way outside, gives off to Josh Hostetler now on the baseline. Hales creates some room down there in the baseline and takes advantage of it with a shot off the glass.
Now that's the kind of shot selection that we want.
Marsh gets it to Amos, and he is fouled.
That's the kind of thing a coach can't fault his player for.
Hustling.
Good effort. Just a hair late.
So that'll be personal foul number 1 on Nick Rensberger. 18-13, Westview by 5, 6:20 to go in the first half. Warsaw plays catch around the perimeter. Now Groninger penetrates and then gives off to Marsh. And that was covered up, but that was Amos who took that 3-point shot from the right side and hits.
That was a good closeout that time by Drew Litweiler too, but he just didn't keep his hand up high enough and discouraged the shot.
Charlie gets it to Rensberger, now to Josh Hostetler. The lob inside to Charlie. Good move on the baseline. Then he's fouled, so he'll have a couple shots coming his way from the free throw line.
Warsaw probably figured out they had that baseline cut off that time, but Charlie's just like Gumby. He can just kind of like hover over the line and come back in, I think. And
I think that was a good description. Charlie hits number 1. He'll get 1 more. Jordan Schrock coming back in. Litweiler comes out, so does Rensberger, and Dennis Wingard also back in the ball game for Westview. Charlie's second free throw good. 8 now for Charlie. 2016 Westview.
I think Elijah's doing a really good job on Groninger, keeping him out of the lane.
Marsh drives on Josh Hostetler, then pulls it back out on the wing. Driving, the shot is up, and it goes. I don't have a 13 on my score sheet, but I'm wondering if that's the Elliott that was on their press release as being one of the leading scorers this year in a game. I don't know. Shot inside by Charlie. It's not going to count. He was fouled before he went up for the shot.
Well, Charlie is a really smart player and has played a lot of basketball. And sometimes it takes him a quarter or so to kind of figure out how they're playing him and what's open. And he's got several cuts down the middle in recent possessions.
Pass comes all the way out front to Jordan Schrock, now to Charlie Yoder. He'll drive it down the lane, have it blocked away. And we'll call 13 Elliott until we find out different. And we have a tie-up. Good defense by Charlie as Metzinger came across the lane trying to receive that pass, and Charlie tied him up.
Well, I think that just shows toughness right there. He was fire this guy down after that block.
Right.
And he sprinted back and made a great play on the other end. Didn't feel sorry for himself. So we got a set play going on here.
Yeah, Warsaw smelled that one out.
They saw that coming, and the pass was way too low.
Long 3 is in the air and off the mark by Amos. Pulled down by Hales. Pass ahead comes to Charlie. Driving and putting it up. Oh, good shot by Elijah.
That was a great move by Elijah.
Half a dozen now for Elijah. 4-point lead again for Westview with 4:20 to go in the first half. Westview meets them at half court on the press. Ball goes through the hands, and it's going to be a turnover on Warsaw.
You can see throwing this press out there intermittently is more effective than just constantly.
Keeps them off balance.
Yep, exactly.
Dennis Wingard will inbound. Now we have a official timeout. Full timeout, I guess it is.
Must be Warsaw.
Yes, it is. 4:16 to go in the first half. 22-18 Westview. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
And we're back. Both teams talking things over with their head coaches.
Well, we have a chance here to kind of extend this lead out a little bit. I think it's been up to 5. 5 was our biggest lead. So a 4-point lead and the ball. So I'm sure the coach is either emphasizing what he wants or calling a specific play for it. It's these kind of games where I think you see, where you have a little bit elevated competition, you really see our big guns come out, so to speak. You know, Elijah and Charlie are starting to take over out there.
Right.
And score-wise, and they, we need them. Certainly
do in a game like this. Hales with the basketball out front. We have an offensive foul underneath. Jordan Schrock picks up the foul.
Well, that's not what we called, I'm sure.
Foul number 1, yeah. In the timeout, yeah, Jordan, get out there and foul. Pick up your first foul.
As coach hung his head, and that's frustrating. You get a timeout, you got the ball, chance to take a bigger lead, and don't even get a shot off.
Warsaw with the ball out front now is Reese. He'll get it left side to Kuhn. Back to Groniger now to Reese. Westview applying the pressure out beyond the perimeter. Groniger now. He likes to drive. Gets the pass to Elliott. He'll put it up, have it blocked, but picked up by Reese on the offensive board and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, he missed that so bad we couldn't block out.
Right. Don't forget at halftime, we'll be giving away a pizza if you can answer my trivia question. I won't forget tonight because I think Dan came along for the sole purpose to remind me to give away a pizza at halftime. He's laughing. So last night we got so excited about that ball game we didn't give away a pizza, Jamie. Got to do that tonight. What an offensive rebound that time by Hales. Good hustle. Jordan Schrock with it on the right side. He'll feed it inside to Josh, and he's fouled on the reach in by Groniger.
Sometimes it's hard for a team to adjust one night playing a team that gives you any shot you want to the next night. You got to work for it. And I think we're adjusting. I think we're doing okay, but I'd like to see us get out of this half with a decent lead, and then I think we'll do better in the second half.
Feed inside to Charlie. You pull it back out, then try to get it in to Rensberger, and it's tipped away and stolen by Warsaw.
Yeah, those lob passes just aren't there tonight.
2.5 minutes to go in the first half. With the ball is Marsh. He'll put up the shot, and it's going to be short. Looked like it might have been partially blocked. Pass up court to Charlie. Oh, good pass inside to Rensberger. He tries to get the shot off, and he can't. But he does get 2 free throws.
Yeah, he got one of those fouls right on the nose.
Ouch.
If he wasn't awake, that'll do it.
He certainly is now.
That's one of these makes you mad, you know?
Yeah.
Just has that sharp.
Rensberger hits his free throw. He has 3 now. I was sweating for a while. I was digging for that trivia question. Found it. All right, Marsh gets it to Groniger. He's double teamed by Wingard and Yoder. Now to Elliott. Elliott feeds it down. Down the left side, shot is up and good from three-point land by Blake Marsh. 1 point ball game, but blocked away by the little guard Marsh. Saved inbound by Warsaw, and it gets into the hands of Reese. Pass ahead comes to Marsh. Now Warsaw a chance to take the lead. 1:40 to go in the first half. With the ball is Kuhn. He'll feed it out front to Elliott. Now down low to Reese. He feeds Marsh coming across the lane. Gets it out of trouble to Reese. Back out front it comes to Kuhn. And now into the hands of Marsh. Back to Kuhn. He'll drive the baseline, have it tipped away, and it's going to be Westview basketball.
Well, Warsaw is not as slow as Angola, but they're deliberate. And if you let them hold the ball, they will until they get the shot they want.
Metzinger back in, and Kuhn comes out.
Well, so far tonight, it kind of looks like we're just a step slow, which is not to be terribly unexpected.
Coming off a rival game last night at Lakeland. It's a blowout victory, but a lot of banging around and so on. Long bus trip. Charlie fakes a shot, can't find it from the baseline, gets it back out. They'll whip it around the perimeter, down low to Rensberger on the wing right side. Back out front it'll come.
Looks like we're going to go for one now.
Hales backs it out. Warsaw's been in a man the whole game, right?
I believe so.
Hales gives it to Wingard in the center circle. 20 seconds to go. Now Dennis will put it on the floor and get it to Josh, right back to Dennis. 10 seconds. Hales now with the basketball. He'll give off to Charlie. Launching time for Charlie. And we have a whistle and an offensive foul as Charlie put his forearm out. That'll be his first. 1.5 seconds for Warsaw to get it three-quarter court. Now more like half court. So Warsaw probably have a chance to get one off.
Yeah, I would think so.
Groniger gets the inbound pass. He'll put it up and score at the buzzer. Wow. That gives Warsaw a 1 point lead going into the locker room. It's Warsaw 25 and Westview 24 at halftime, and it's time to give away a pizza from Shipshy Pizza. It's our halftime pizza giveaway trivia contest. Shipshy Pizza located on State Road 5 North in Shipshewana. The winner of tonight's contest will receive a certificate for a free large one-topping pizza from Shipshy Pizza. So please text your answer to the following number, 260-463-6505. That's 260-463-6505. Tonight's Shipshy Pizza trivia question is, in the first regular season meeting between Westview and Warsaw last year, how many points did Westview score? So once again, text your answer to 260-463-6501. In the first regular season meeting between Westview and Warsaw last year, how many points did Westview score? Good luck. Once again, our halftime score, Westview trailing Warsaw by a score of 25-24. Jamie will be back with scoring right after this 60-second timeout.
In a school of only 400 students, thousands gather to watch them play. Welcome to Westview High School, a powerhouse in the middle of a cornfield.
Defense is very important down here.
It's not defense till you block out and go get the ball. It's not a defensive possession completed till you hit your man and one of our guys goes gets the basketball.
With Westview, that's what they want. Jason Yoder on the miss, advance clears, and we have an offensive foul
Big key was your defense.
That's been our key all year, and we saw on tape that Paoli hasn't played against the kind of the traps and the pressure that we use all the time, so we felt that we could hurt them with it.
We've got a good following. I don't care if we had a bad year or a good year. It just seems like we have a following. It's just a community. They just stick together.
Up in the midst of Amish country, and that you would see 60 or 70-some buggies at every home game, a strong Amish following, and look at the following they have here today.
You must work for 32 minutes. Make sure we work together. 5-man, we screen, we cut, we keep the ball high, and we pop the ball around. Less dribble, more pass.
Christer in trouble, finds the open man. Randy Miller at the buzzer.
Always play strong from the triple threat position. Wild shots are just like a turnover, and then you got an offensive rebound. Go get it and don't stop until we score. On the line, one step man side, one step ball side, and when that ball fires on a skip or reversal, you are going. Anticipate. Don't wait till the ball's above your head. Move. Be ready.
And now your roster and starting lineup for the Westview Warriors.
Guys, there are a lot of things you can do on a weekend. There isn't one thing that's going to be more fun than stepping out on that floor tonight. Make sure you leave everything on the floor. You play hard. Let's go! Oh, let's go! Warriors, 1, 2, 3, Warriors! Let's go!
The Westview Warriors, Class 2A state champions. One that's well deserved.
I missed 3 games since 1967. I just like the game. I'd give my left arm if I could play basketball today.
There's nothing in the water here, but there's something in the people, the players, the fans, the band, the whistler. These are the ingredients to a winning tradition and a spectacular view of basketball.
And congratulations to Thad Hart, who got the correct answer for our trivia question tonight. In the first regular season meeting between Westview and Warsaw last year, how many points did Westview score? They scored a grand total of 57 points on December 21st, 2017 at Westview High School. The final score was 57-50 over Warsaw. Congratulations, Thad Hart. And we will make sure that you get that pizza certificate.
And if anybody doesn't have a place to go for Christmas dinner now or lunch,
yeah, I'll be over, Thad.
Now we know at least somebody that has some food.
Okay, Jamie, take it away with the scoring.
Individual scoring for Warsaw. Their 6-foot senior guard has 6. Blake Marsh had it 5. Number 10, Wyatt Amos had it 3. Tyler Metzinger added 2. And Jalen Reese, number 41, a 6'4 senior, added 5 for a total of 25. For Westview, Dennis Wingert has 4. Charlie Yoder has 8. Elijah Hales has 6. Josh Hostetler added 2. And Nick Rensberger added 4. All our starters have done all the scoring. It's just kind of a struggle out there right now on both ends of the court, and we knew it would be. It was last year. You know, we won by 7, but it was if I remember right, it was a tight game till mid-third quarter and we started pulling away. I would expect us to come out and play better in the second half of this game. Warsaw's not going to go away. Obviously, they're ahead at the moment. But I think we're doing a lot of things well defensively. We've given up 2 or 3 threes because of our press, so I don't know how much more we'll use that. Warsaw is just experienced. They know how to break it. They know where to find their shooters. They know their roles, and they hit the shots. So I think our biggest thing is on offense. I think we got to come out and we got to score better. We got to move better. I think one of the keys was offensive movement and rebounds. I can't even. We had one offensive rebound that half, maybe.
Well, I remember
2, maybe a couple. Elijah
Nick
had one more. Yeah, Elijah and Nick each had one. I'm not sure how many we had overall. So we need extra possessions. We just need more flow. I think we're standing a little bit too much. And credit Warsaw for taking away what we like to do. I just have to put my faith in what I've seen from this team over the years as they learn to adjust to teams and just find a way to beat them. And we'll hope that happens in the second half.
So how much do you think the game has affected this from last night, tonight?
I think, emotion is such a big part of it. And that makes you just a little quicker and bouncier. And we were fired up and ready to play last night because we had a week off. And so then you got to turn around, drive the distance we've driven against a team that didn't play last night, against a team that's just waiting for you.
Right.
Reminds me a little bit of last year when we played Fairfield for the second time.
Yeah.
We were undefeated. We had smoked them in the first game, and they were just lying in wait, and everything went their way that night, and we still almost won it. And the first half feels a little bit like that. A lot went right for Warsaw in that half, and you can usually judge our performance by looking at the head coach. A lot of times he's just standing there and watching, and he wasn't doing that half. So he's obviously feels like he needs to add a little bit to the effort, and I imagine they got it sorted out in the locker room at halftime.
Both teams back out on the floor, and we're about ready to go for that second half of play here. In our last game before the Christmas break. Of course, the Warriors will be back in action next Saturday down at Newcastle High School in that Hall of Fame Classic. And we can...
Well, that's one home court advantage. Dan was just showing they didn't have any basketballs for us to use when we came out.
Yeah, don't give those guys balls. They were shooting well enough. They don't need any practice, I guess. But Westview will trail by 1 as we begin the second half. Anyway, next week the Warriors will be down in action in that Hall of Fame Classic against Center Grove in the first game at 11 o'clock. And you can watch those actually on the IHSAA website.
Well, for Notre Dame fans, that's going to be a dilemma. Notre Dame's playing in the Final Four football against Clemson at 4 o'clock, I believe. First game will be fine, but the second game, I guess it depends on.
Yeah.
It seems like there'll be a conflict either way. If it should be pretty close to the end by 7. Oh, Dan was just saying if we win our first game, we don't play till the second game, which probably won't start till 7:30 or 8, which would allow that football game that starts at 4 to be almost done or close to it.
Warsaw gets the ball to start the second half. Groniger gets the inbound pass to the big guy, Reese. Bounce pass comes to Metzinger. Puts it on the floor, which looks like could be a problem for him. And we have a foul. Oh, it's a reach in. I thought it was going to be a tie-up. It's a foul on Charlie. That'll be foul number 2.
Well, that first possession, 12 seconds in, we already, I think, got our hands on the ball better than we did in the first half. Showed a little more fire.
I would imagine they got a little pep talk in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, and it might even come from them
well,
instead of the coach. I think they were kind of disgusted with their own play.
Reese gets it to Amos. Now out front, it'll come to Groniger. 25-24 Warsaw. Reese. He'll try to take Charlie one-on-one and stops up. Gives out to Marsh. He'll back it out. Josh Hostetler on him. Right side pass comes to Amos. Puts it on the floor, goes to the free throw line, intercepted by Charlie. They're saying, where did those arms come from?
Reminded me of that Inspector Gadget where they just keep going up, up, up. That's what it kind of looked like.
Yeah, exactly. Hales directs traffic out front, gives off to Rensberger. Nick goes right side of Josh, inside of Hales. Good strong move, blocked away though. Good block by Metzinger. Groniger with it now. He's going to take it all the way to the hole, puts it up, scores off the glass, and it's going to be
blocking.
Flopping. I think they're going to call it on Westview. The basket probably will count. Yep. Josh's first personal foul tonight. 27-24 now Warsaw. Groniger a chance to add to that.
Josh has had some tough luck the last 2 nights on fast breaks trying to take charges.
Yeah, that's right.
That's tough when you're trying to be still and have a moving target run over you.
Dennis Winger drives it down the lane strong, but what do we have? A reach-in foul's called.
I think they called a body on, what was it, 35?
Blake, was it 4?
4,
yeah,
okay.
Blake
Whoever was guarding.
Second for Marsh tonight. Hales inbounding right down here in front of us, and he has it blocked. Charlie has it blocked by Metzinger. And now we have a foul against Westview, and that's going to be Charlie. That'll be number 3 on Charlie all of a sudden.
Well, we'll see what we're made of here. We're down 3 on the road, getting in foul trouble. Things not going our way, but here's where your mental toughness has to show through. Make plays on both ends.
Groniger, long 3 by Amos is short. Rebound Hales, outlet pass to Charlie. Here come the Warriors. He'll stop up at the free throw line, put the shot up, miss. Good battle for the rebound by Rensberger. Goes out of bounds, last touch by Warsaw. Once again, Westview will inbound right down here to our left, below us. Rumpel back in for Warsaw. Coming out is Amos. Interior pass comes to Rensberger, and he's fouled.
Warsaw's got really quick hands. They have knocked it out of our hands multiple times tonight.
Reese picks up the foul, his first. Yeah, they're very quick with those deflections all night long. Hales inbounding.
Good test for us. Got to learn how to protect the ball.
They get it into Josh Hostetler on the wing. In the corner, Hales down low to Winger. Doesn't have the shot, so he'll pull it back out. Josh Hostetler inside to Nick Rensberger. Hook shot is good.
That's where our advantage is right now, and I think we need to keep pounding it in there.
That should have been a foul. Now that brings the coat off of Rob Yoder. He is still barking at
well, I guarantee we'll probably get the next call.
Josh with a 3. And he can't get it to go. Marsh with the rebound. He'll bring it up court and then stop.
You just get the feeling we're due for a kind of a little surge here.
Yeah, I think if Josh would have hit that 3, that would have really got us started. Groniger double teamed out front. Gets a pass to Marsh. Marsh has it knocked away and stolen. Hales to Charlie. He has it knocked away from behind. Regains possession, then calls timeout. So he had the break going. Looks like Charlie's a little bit
I think he landed on his knees there, and that'll make you remember the floor is not very soft.
It's a short 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here for this one.
Well, we're kind of struggling right now, but I think the coach likes games like this because it really shows you what you need to work on.
Right.
And who can do what and who can't do what. And so I still think we're going to go on a run here. Who knows when it'll be. But we only got 2 points this whole quarter. So
bound to happen sometime. 5:08 to go in the third quarter. I think Rob's still discussing that play from, what was it?
I think that was the offense where they thought he pushed
where
off
he pushed
against
off.
Charlie.
Yeah, that's what it was. Hales looking to inbound underneath the Westview basket. Gets it way out front, but it's going to be intercepted by Groniger. Driving, shot off the glass is too hard by Rumpel, and Dennis Winger comes up with the rebound. Dennis to Elijah Hales. Now to Rensberger. He'll give it to Yoder. Charlie tries to drive. It's double teamed. Have it stripped away. Groniger now drives, puts it up, misses his shot, but he's fouled.
You know, Charlie dribbled into a mass of people that time, so.
Yeah, he was triple teamed there, or dribbled into a host of Tigers.
Showing a little bit of frustration, I think, trying to force some things. Despite all this, we're only down 1 point.
I know. You'd think we're down 10 or 12
yeah,
by
looks
the way
like
it's going.
Yeah, it's probably going to be 3 here the time we're all done, but we have a way of hanging in there and then making a little run.
Groniger hits his first free throw. He'll get another. 4:45 to go in the third quarter. And Groniger hits. Josh Hostetler gets it into Hales. Elijah across the timeline. Now Weaver to Yoder. Rensberger gets it down low to Hales. He puts it up off the baseline and scores, and he's fouled.
That call there might have been a result of the bargaining that's been going on down there for a little while.
Could be. Doesn't hurt.
Not that it wasn't a foul, but they've been letting a lot of contact go.
Doesn't hurt to work those officials a little bit. And Elijah completes the old-fashioned three-point play. He has 10 now. Groniger brings it up for Warsaw to Marsh. Marsh gets it across the timeline. He's double-teamed. Ball knocked away on the floor. Now we have a held ball. It's going to be Westview basketball.
So all we need is a couple of momentum plays. Get on top of this thing, get the lead, and
Hales feeds Charlie. Yoder to Wingard, right side to Hales. Rensberger across the lane, tries to put the shot up. He was fouled. I think it's going to be a two-shot foul.
I believe so.
Reese picks up his second foul. Nick with 6.
I'd like to see Reese maybe he's tired. Go take a little timeout. He's doing a really good job on Charlie. One of the mistakes a lot of defenders make against Charlie is they don't keep their hand up. And Charlie has such a high release that he can shoot over anybody, but he is 6'4" and long-armed, and he is doing a good job of discouraging the shot. Despite all that, we're ahead.
31-29, Westview with a 2-point lead. Groniger gets it to Elliott. Groniger, right side now to go to Rumpel. And it's stolen away by Charlie Yoder. He'll get it out of trouble to Hales. Hales to Wingard. Back to Hales, inside to Hostetler. Now to Wingard. Hales bounce passes it to Yoder. 3, and it spins off, no good. And Josh trying to save it in, and it was corralled by Warsaw. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Long, quick 3 by Rumpel is off the mark. Westview wanted over the back on Metzinger, didn't get the call. Groniger now has it out front for Warsaw.
Well, this is why you have hard practices, so you can fight through things like this. Nick could have pushed him back a little further, I think.
Groniger tries to drive, then pulls it back out on the dribble. He'll give to Reese. Now the handoff comes to Rumpel. Rumpel looked like a push off. He'll go in, puts it up off the glass and scores. Hales to Wingard, now to Charlie down the lane, puts it up, no good. Off the back of the iron, stripped away. Good hustle by Nick Rensberger, but he can't save it from going out of bounds. So Reese will inbound. And he wants some of the perspiration wiped off the floor before he inbounds. Reese gets it into Groniger. 2 minutes and 40 seconds now to go in the third quarter. Ball stolen away by Dennis Wingard. He'll get it to Hales. And a shot from the top of the keys, no good by Hales. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westview to be Warsaw ball.
Well, those threes just aren't there tonight yet.
They're not.
It almost looks like they're a little tentative shooting them.
Tie ball game, 31-31. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Westview basketball.
Boy, Groninger has really struggled against that press tonight, which is surprising. They may not see it very often, especially with the length we have.
Right. Hales across the timeline, goes right side to Josh Hostetler, down to Rensberger. Drives it toward the hole, has it stripped from behind and into the hands of Lennox.
They're really diving down on our post and double teaming. We got to realize that.
Groninger, he'll get it to Elliott at the free throw line, and he hits. Ball knocked away by Warsaw, but Westview retains possession. Inside pass to Charlie Yoder. Charlie gets it to Rensberger. Inside to Hales, has it knocked away, but picks it up, puts it up and in, and he's fouled.
That's just a senior making a play right there. He got fouled about 3 times on the catch, on the move, and on the shot.
So Elijah, another chance to convert on a 3-point play and give Westview the lead here. Coach Ogle arguing that it was traveling. Now he's talking it over with the referee. Hale's shot is good. 13 now for number 13. Groninger gets it to Reese, and he's fouled from behind.
Yeah, that's a let it go foul. No, that was on Dennis.
That'll be his second.
A foul is defined as physical contact that creates an advantage, and I don't think that created any advantage.
That was
right
a little
there.
bump. Yeah, he can catch it there. Marsh. Now to Groninger. He'll pop it from 15 as well. Short. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nick Rensberger. It'll be Warsaw basketball.
This is one of those games you just kind of hold your breath because every possession is so valuable.
That's right.
The biggest lead for either team was what, 5?
Timeout on the court called by Warsaw.
Our biggest lead was 5, and Warsaw's biggest lead has been 3. A couple of times this quarter, anyhow.
Warsaw called the timeout, trailing by 1 to Westview, 34-33. Short timeout again. Good to have you aboard tonight with high school basketball, Westview Warrior style, right here at LaguanaMedia.com. Our next streamcast will be after the new year, as we travel down to East Noble to take on the East Noble Knights. And that, I believe, is on the, I don't have my schedule. I thought I did. I think it's on the 4th or 5th. We'll get that. Warsaw inbounding underneath their own basket. Groninger looking, still looking, gets it way out front to Connor Lennox. He'll hand it off to Blake Marsh. Left side to Groninger. Inside pass to Metzinger, and then right back to Groninger for 3. No good. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Warsaw. It'll be Westview ball.
Got away with one there. Gave up the wide open shot.
Okay, Dan just corrected me. The game is actually on the 3rd, which would be on a Thursday night. Right.
See, the 1st would be on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're right.
1 minute to go in the quarter. Charlie backs up for a 2, misses, and it goes, hits the top of the glass backboard and out of bounds, so it'll be Warsaw ball.
I think we designed that play out of that timeout just to try to, man, if we could just get like a 3 or 5 point lead, it would seem like we're blowing them out.
Right. Yeah, as tight as this ball game's been. No doubt. Marsh now double teamed by Yoder and Wingard, and it's lost out of bounds. It'll be Westview basketball. Groninger Marsh followed it out of bounds.
Well, it's a good thing that we're creating a lot of turnovers tonight.
Yeah, this game could be a little bit different if we wouldn't have. Yeah. Josh Hostetler with it.
I guess we're going for 1 right here.
30 seconds to go. Hales with it. He's being hawked there by Groniger. And we're down to 15 seconds now to go in the third quarter. 34-33 Westview. Inside 10 seconds now. We're down to 5 seconds. Hales bounce passes it to Rensberger.
We had the
Elijah Hales has his shot blocked off the right side. The buzzer sounds, and we played 3 quarters from Warsaw, and we've got a barn burner down here. 34-33 Westview by 1. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter right after this timeout. We're back at Warsaw High School. Good to have you along. Great ball game tonight. 34-33 Westview as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
Well, I'd say we're due for a good quarter. First quarter we scored 13. Second quarter we scored 11. That quarter we scored 9. No, 10.
8, right?
10.
10, okay.
So I think we're be nice for about a 20-point quarter here. Sometimes these close games, guys just start playing instead of thinking, and shots start falling, and both ways.
Dan just mentioned there's been 10 lead changes and 4 ties in this ball game as we begin the 4th quarter. Groniger with it, goes right side to Amos, I should say. Ball deflected, but right into the hands of Reese. Reese unloads it to Amos. Westview really applying tight pressure. Groniger now takes it toward the hole, puts it up off the glass and scores. I think he was pretty much just trying to draw the foul that time on the desperation, but the basket went through.
Yeah, he did a good job of controlling his momentum and keeping his pivot foot.
Hales with it out front, gives to Wingard. Josh Ostetler. Westview has pretty much stayed with the starting 5 most of the night. Litweiler and Schrock have seen limited action. Cutting across the lane is Charlie, and he puts it up and in on the feed from Rensberger. First 2 of the night for Charlie, is that right?
Of this half. Oh, first 2-pointer, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the way I said that sounded like his first score. We have a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Westview, and I'm not sure who, maybe Dennis?
That Tyler Metzinger, he just seems to always be around the basket, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Josh picks up the foul, his second.
So our next one will put them in the 1-and-1.
Amos getting set to inbound. One of those bounds. Gets it into the corner to Reese. Reese down low to Metzinger. Drives on Rensberger. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Westfield. It will stay in the hands of Warsaw.
Well, I know one of the keys tonight defensively was our help side defense had to be really good, and I think it has. They haven't really got many wide open layups going baseline. And that was another example of Josh coming over and stopping that drive.
Pretty low scoring game, 36-35, a defensive battle.
It's kind of like Warsaw likes it.
Right. Westview still leads it by 1, however. Groniger in the lane, puts it up, misses, gets his own rebound. He's tough inside for a little guy. So he's 6 foot, and that's, I think, stretching it. Rensberger to Charlie, tries to drive the lane, can't do it, gives it to Josh. Now to Hales. He'll make a strong move on the baseline, calling for traveling. Much to the disbelief and dismay of Coach Yoder.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think the Warsaw coach has been bargaining for that for a while, and
he's been working it down there too.
Both coaches are pretty good at working their officials.
Both veteran officials. Rob in his 16th year and Doug Ogle in his 17th year as a coach. Pass to Reese, cross courts it to Amos, and he'll force it up off the baseline, and the air ball's pulled down by Rensberger. He'll get it to Hales. Hales back to Rensberger. Fakes, puts it up, scores. Westview back with a 1-point lead. This time the timeout was called by Rob Yoder. 38-37, Warriors lead the Tigers. 5:28 to go in the ball game. We'll be back with more from Warsaw High School right after this 60-second timeout.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com. Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us.
And we're back at Warsaw High School after the full timeout called by Westview, and Warsaw will inbound underneath the Westview basket. Reese gets it in to, we'll call him Elliott. Metzinger, Groniger. We'll get it to Reese. Reese has it deflected into the hands of Elliott. Now Reese will put up a three. It's going to be short. Chased down by Charlie Yoder.
That ball is gold tonight, isn't it? You get those loose balls, it's like, yes, we got it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Looks like we're going to run our spread right here. Give them a little bit something to look at, look different.
Yeah, not a bad idea at this point. We have a 1-point lead.
I don't think we're going to try to hold it for the rest of the game, but.
No, just a little, like you said, a different look. Hales drives it down the lane, was able to penetrate, gives it off to Josh, now to Charlie.
I'd feel better doing this if we had about a 5-point lead.
Exactly. Both teams have stayed in a man the whole contest. Now Warsaw's student body starts to chant boring. Yeah. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by Warsaw.
Yeah, we're getting a little too congested there. When you got 3 guys within 10 feet, that's easy to guard. I would look for us to try to get aggressive off this here pretty soon and have a layup for Josh or Nick.
Rumpel now comes into the ball game for Warsaw as Marsh checks out. Ball inbounded. Hales makes a quick move to the basket, gives off to Nick, and he's blocked, has his shot blocked, but into the hands of Rensberger. Long three by Charlie is going to be short. Ball loose on the floor. Now we have a whistle and a foul's called on Josh coming in.
Yeah, they called Josh for crashing in there, and that's a 1-and-1.
Third foul on Josh tonight. We'll come to the other end for, like you said, a 1-and-1 for Trevor Rumpel, 6-foot senior for Warsaw.
Well, that number 35 keeps giving us fits.
Yeah, he does. Metzinger, a 6'8" senior. Rumpel hits his free throw. Well, they said in their press release that they already have more block shots coming into tonight's game than they had all of last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't hurt that average any.
No, they certainly haven't. 4 now for Rumpel as he hits both free throws, and Warsaw retakes the lead. And I think Dan had said, that there'd be 15 lead changes. Ransberger looking for a pass, knocked loose, and Groniger picks it up with those quick hands. Back come the Warsaw Tigers with a chance to extend their 1-point lead. Reese out front, goes to Rumpel. Rumpel has to go off his shoe into the hands of Wenger. Good drive by Dennis, puts it up strong. Another lead change. Groniger being double teamed gets it out of trouble.
It just seemed like the law of averages would say we're due to get some back-to-back baskets here.
You'd think so. And now a whistle and a foul out front. Dennis Wingard picks up his 4th foul. Maybe his 3rd. Yeah, 3rd foul on Dennis. That sends Groniger to the free throw line again. 14 points for Nolan Groniger, a 6-foot senior. Now 15. And we're all tied up at 40.
Our last possession before that steal, Charlie took a 3-pointer, and that's not a bad shot for him, except that he was behind the NBA line.
Yeah, he was.
And I think that's what coach is a little upset about.
16 now for Groniger, and Warsaw with a 1-point lead. So now we've had 17 lead changes. Charlie with the ball way out front. Has been the case all night. Reese on him. Good pass from, and that's going to be goaltending? No, a foul. Good pass by Hales down low to the big guy.
That's only his 1st foul.
Wow. Really? It would be, yeah, that's right. Reese is the one that's picked up a couple.
Well, this is a good test for next weekend because we'll be facing a few guys that can block shots down there too.
Sure will be. Nick misses his 1st free throw. He has 10 tonight, 10 points altogether. 2nd shot is good. Tied once again, 41-41. And now a timeout called by Doug Oral, coach of Warsaw. I think we'll take another timeout here after the 2 games last night. Could use a little rest. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years. When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
And we're back at Warsaw High School at the Tiger Den.
Well, here we have Hoosier hysteria, 41-41, 2:44 to go. And we'll see who can make the plays to win this.
We could have overtime here. Reese gets it to Groniger, who crosses the timeline. Back to Reese. In the corner, it'll go to Rumpel. He'll cross-court it to Groniger, who drives to the bucket and puts it up and in. Good-looking ball player. Charlie with it, puts it up off the glass too hard. Josh with a rebound, and we have a whistle and a foul. It's going to be called offensive variety on Westview, and it's either Josh or...
I think they called Josh for pushing off on that rebound.
Yep. That'll be 4 on Josh now.
No, Charlie got in a little bit of a hurry that time. Got away with the travel.
Yeah, I thought so down here.
Well, we've seen this team over the last couple of years when there's been situations that look like it didn't look so good. They found a way to make plays and pull it out. So
right.
we will. The only thing that's really hurting us now is every time there's a foul, they're shooting down on the other end.
Rumpel at the stripe. He hit both of them in his previous appearance at the free throw line. He'll get 1-and-1 here. And it's nothing but net on that one. 44-41. That's the biggest lead by any team for quite a while. And a second shot is good by Rumpel. So Westview chasing 4. Hales gets it to Wingard. Back to Hales. Now Rensberger. Nick hands it off to Charlie.
We still don't need to be in a hurry here. We got plenty of time, but we do need a basket.
Charlie drives it, then gives off to Rensberger. Back to Charlie. Hostetler, good feed inside from Wingard to Rensberger. Can't find the shot, so he'll give it to Hales. Hales tried to drive hard, goes up, puts it up, and a charging foul is going to be called on Hales.
Hey. Well, we have just struggled all night to get good shots, and we're just not getting any easier. So credit Warsaw for that.
Reese brings it into Groniger. Hits Elliott half court, then brings it across through the hands of Rumpel. So a break there.
Yeah, definitely a break there.
Big break. That would be an unforced turnover. Hales looking over at his coach. Now go to Charlie out front. Minute 35 seconds to go in the ball game. And now we have a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Groniger.
I'll put Charlie at the line for a 1-and-1.
I think it's time to stand up.
I can't sit down when we have, how many lead changes by now? 16, 17?
I think we were up to 17. But shot in and out, back in again for Charlie. Gives him 11. And he'll get another. 45-42, Westview down by 3. Second shot is good. Reese gets it in. Elliott, he'll get it to Rumpel. Rumpel almost loses it again. Gives off to Groniger. Minute 20 seconds now to go in the ball game. And Rumpel can't chase it down. Wingard with it. Charlie will put it up and score off the glass.
The press we're throwing out at him is a little bit different than what we had been running. I think Warsaw adjusted to the first one, and we're throwing him a different one.
45-45, 64 seconds to go in the ball game. Elliott with the ball, has it knocked away. Now we're going to get a foul called on Dennis Wingard. That'll be his 4th.
Well, we didn't want that, but there's still a minute left, so we'll hope he misses one of these and gives us the advantage on the other end.
And he hits.
Yeah, all their shots look pretty good when they get up to the free throw line. Good rotation, good arch. Dan says they're 7 for 8 for the night.
And now 8 for 9. He hits them both. 47-45. Warsaw by 2 inside a minute to go in the ball game. Josh Hostetler to Yoder. Drives the baseline, gets too far underneath, gives off to Josh. Hostetler out front to Hales. 45 seconds to go. Hales backs it out, directs a little traffic, drives right around Metzinger, but it won't fall. But a good offensive rebound, but then blocked away by Metzinger again, and all alone at the other end. And the layup is good by Rumpel. 49-45, we need to get a bucket. 25 seconds to go. Rensberger gets it to Charlie Yoder. 20 seconds. Charlie looks for the shot, can't find it. He's got the big guy on him, and now we have a whistle. Timeout's called by Rob Yoder with 13.2 seconds to go in the ball game. Westview down by 4. We'll keep it right here.
Well, it's been one of those nights.
Man.
And I know the guys really are
trying hard. I mean, we had 2 great looks right there, and the ball just will not go in. That length in there of Warsaw has really bothered us tonight. We missed a lot of shots in there, and we just.
One of the few ball games we'll see all season where there isn't a run by one of the other teams, but
That's
we just
right.
have not seen that tonight.
That's a good point. And they got that bonus early in that 4th quarter, and that's hurt. And they're just doing a great job on Charlie and not letting him get shots off. And if the team can do that, it really challenges the rest of us. And they're good enough defensively to stay in front of us, and it's just not giving us anything easy all night.
49-45 is our score.
See, we started off last year, what was it, 17-0?
Yeah.
Was it 17-0?
I think so, yep.
So that looks like that's it looks a little gloomy right now if we're going for a 17-0 start. But like the players say many times, we want to be playing our best at the end of the year.
That's right.
Not the 8th game of the year.
That's when it's important. All right.
We'll learn from it. I'm not trying to say we've lost, but little things.
Never give up on this team, I tell
Right.
you.
They have a way of making. All we got to do is. I thought Nick could have shot that 3 in the corner last time down, but.
Inside pass to Charlie. Goes in strong, puts it up and scores. And a quick timeout called by Rob Yoder.
And that is why he saves timeouts.
Yep. Charlie now has built his scoring tonight up to 16 with that shot. And it's another full timeout called by Westview. What was there, 7.2 seconds, I believe? They have
yes, I believe something like that.
The time is up there for the timeout now. But so what do we do here, Coach? 7.2 seconds. Warsaw's inbounding.
I think we might let them get it in. We can't wait long. I almost think we have to foul right away. As spread out as we are, if they're pressing, they throw a long pass and catch it. I mean, that's half the time gone right there. So I think we'll probably try. Most of our pressing has been letting them get the ball inbounds and then directing them. These, we might just try to deny it and see if we can get something out of that.
Who does Coach Ogle want the ball in the hands of?
I would say you'd want to go with Groninger. I mean, he's had some turnovers, but he's also made a lot of shots.
Jordan Schrock has checked in at the timeout. And Nick Rensberger will sit down. A little bit more speed on defense. Quickness. Of course, Westview putting on the full court pressure. 7.9 seconds to go as Reese looking to inbound. Still looking, and he gets it in, but 5 seconds called! Great defense by Westview as they caused the turnover on Warsaw trying to inbound. And now Westview will inbound underneath their own basket and a chance to tie it with 7.9 seconds to go in this ball game.
Well, that was a good substitution.
Wow.
That worked perfectly, didn't it?
We had them covered up down there like a blanket, every one of them. And Reese could not find an opening by any of his players to get that pass in.
Well, I know we're probably going to run this out of bounds to try to score a 2 and tie it. I'd like to see somebody drain a 3 to win this sucker.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? Hales lobs it into Charlie. 5 seconds. Shot from Hales for 3. Oh, it's short. Gets his rebound. Puts it up, blocked. And now we have a whistle and a foul over the back. Josh Hostetler commits the foul. That'll be it for Josh. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, I thought that thing was going to go in. He was due.
Yeah, he was. And that was a 3, right?
Yes,
looked like
it was.
From up here.
That was a great play call. We had it. It's just hard to beat this Westview team. And it looks like we're going down tonight, but we had a shot to win it right there, and that would have been an incredible victory.
0.8 seconds to go, and Elliott's the free throw line. Hit both of his free throws the last appearance. 49-47 Warsaw. And he hits. 50-47 now. One more
well,
free
this
throw.
is a tough scenario. We have a timeout left, but if he misses and we catch it, there'll be about a half a second left.
And he misses. And it's, I thought he called the timeout before
he
the
called
clock
timeout
expired.
immediately.
Yeah. I don't know. Coach Yoder, I don't know. Wow. It looked like.
He called, I mean, we had .8. That's enough time to catch and shoot.
Right.
Nick caught it and called timeout immediately.
The officials are talking it over. Yeah. Now this, I'm sure Coach Ogle will be really upset if they change their mind. But I think that Westview definitely has a legitimate beef.
There should be 5/10 at least.
Because that was immediate. I mean, there was no doubt there was time left on the clock. Yeah, they're going to put some time back on.
.4.
We still have a little bit of a prayer here.
This is a catch and shoot in one motion here.
We need a major Christmas prayer and answered.
Well,
yeah, it does.
It has to be a 3, and
and that would just tie it, but.
And I almost wonder if we need someone. We need somebody that has a quick release. Let's just put it that way.
Well, and who would that be? Hales, Charlie?
I would say Elijah has the quickest release.
Right.
This is where it goes back to those games where you're shooting half-court shots to win games.
Right.
We could use that right here.
0.4 seconds on the clock. So you were close. You said it should be, well, you said at least 0.5.
I think they went. I think they, yeah.
So
I'd like to see a video review of that.
Right.
I mean, you can't call it any quicker.
Exactly. Okay, let's see who they release here. Rensberger looking to inbound. It's a baseball pass, center court. Charlie puts it up, and it hits the rim. I don't think it would have counted. And the Westview Warriors fall for the first time in the 2018-19 campaign as they're defeated here tonight by Warsaw by a score of 50-47. And Warsaw remains undefeated in their own gym this year. So
definitely a disappointing loss. We just never could get it going tonight, and I don't want to blame the back-to-back, but we knew it was a tough scenario to walk into.
Right.
Just like the Fairfield game last year. But
exactly. Yeah.
You know what? This is, I think, where our coach is at his best. Getting guys back together, growing from this, learning from it, and we know they're going to continue to improve. We missed a lot of little layups. We gave up some stuff we shouldn't have, and you just got to get better.
Outscored 17-13 in that fourth quarter, and that was the difference. Warsaw defeats Westview by a score of 50-47, and Jamie will be back to take a look at the scoring for this ball game right after this timeout.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back at Warsaw High School, where we have just finished Warsaw beating Westview 50-47. So Westview falls to 7-1 on the year. Warsaw goes to 6-3. For Warsaw, Nolan Groninger added 18 points to lead Warsaw tonight. Blake Marsh had 5. Wyatt Amos had 3. Trevor Rumpel had 8. Tyler Metzinger only had 2 points, but multiple blocks and really stopped us on the inside. And Jalen Reese, number 41, had 5 points, all of those in the first half. Elliott, number 13, added 5 as well. For Westview, Dennis Wingard had 6. Charlie Yoder ended up leading us with 16. Elijah had 13. Josh only had 2 after a big game last night, and Nick Rensberger added 12. So we fought, we battled, we've shown we're hard to beat, and it was a little bit reminiscent of the Oak Hill game, I thought, last in the semi-state. Not near as high scoring, but we fought and fought. We'd get close, we'd get ahead, we just couldn't quite pull away, and in the end, they just had a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Okay, so a correction on the scoring. Nick had 11 points and not 12. I had him with 13, Elijah with 13. Okay, so Elijah had 12 and Nick has 11, and that's what the official scoring up there. They only have Charlie for 15. We had him for 16, so we're we're close.
Yeah.
We lost. Guess it doesn't really matter. So now we take this, we refocus. We kind of have a historical trip, I guess you would say, down to Newcastle next week. Obviously, we're gonna have to play better. I don't think we'll quite find the defensive intensity that Warsaw showed. Warsaw's kind of built on defense,
right,
and really had scouted us well. I don't anticipate seeing as much of that down there, and it should just be a fun time. See what we can do against the best teams in the state.
Well, I'm looking forward to, I'm sure a lot of fans will be down there from Westview, and it'll be an exciting time next Saturday. We won't be covering that game, but we'll be back on the air from the East Noble Gym, the Big Blue Pit, on January 3rd, I should say. January 3rd. That's on a Thursday night, yeah. So we hope if you can't make it down there that you'll join us right here at LaguanaMedia.com. Tonight's game was brought to you by the following business sponsors: the Blue Gate Restaurant in Shipshewana, Mike's Automotive Service in Topeka, May Funeral Home in LaGrange, by Height Auto Body in LaGrange, Topeka Do It Best Hardware, as well as Topeka Pharmacy, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, and Weaver Furniture in Shipshewana, along with Jerry's Standard in Middlebury, and the Hometown Treasure, by Yoder Insurance Company in Shipshewana, Quality Floor in Topeka, Frontline Auto Tech in Shipshewana, also by Yoder's Shipshewana Hardware, and Troyer's Saddlery. And our halftime trivia contest is brought to you by Shipshe Pizza, and congratulations to Thad Hart, our winner tonight. Our individual sponsors were Dan and Dawn Byler, John and Leslie Cook, Tim and Donna Height, Jerry and Fran Hostetler, Josiah and Candace Parker, Jim and Liz Stump, Tim and Kim Taylor, and Roger and Esther Winger. And on behalf of the crew here, we want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you after the new year for more Westview basketball. So a big thank you to our crew tonight. Our camera operator, Eric Hart, color commentator, Jamie Miller, our engineer, Justin Geigley, and our assistant keeping us straight tonight, Dan Byler. For all of us here, Merry Christmas. Good night, everyone.